Back over to you.
All right, Dom, thank you. For now, my next guest company recently completed an $8.3 billion deal for enterprise software company Concur, which, if you do a lot of expenses at certain companies, you may know a lot about.
Yes.
It's part of SAP's effort to focus
twice.
on the business network while striving to be, quote, the #1 cloud company in the world.
Joining us now is Bill McDermott. He's the CEO of SAP and author of the new book, Winner's Dream. It's great to see you again.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Kelly.
Let's just talk about the deal real quick.
Yeah.
Because it's recent. Is the window closing, do you think, on M&A, just by virtue of the fact the world appears uncertain, the stock market's undergoing turbulence?
It could be. You know, we focus on what we will do with the asset after we acquire it, and we're not so much affected by what the turbulence are at the time we do a deal. As we looked at this deal, we looked at land, air, hotel, food, entertainment, and all the network mashups such as Amadeus, Sabre, Expedia, Orbitz. Think about all of that in one digital network, frictionless commerce for the traveler. Talk to any business executive that travels today. They cannot stand the expense report process.
I was just going to say, if there's anything you can do to improve
Come on, it's great.
Isn't it a pain cave?
Yeah.
And wouldn't it be nice if everything you do, you could simply do on your device, but also have it all updated for your CFO and your ERP system without any paper changing hands? That's what Concur does. And I always say, we got to get more simple in business. And as Jerry Maguire once said, you know, you complete us. So they kind of complete the S in simple for SAP.
I want to ask you, we were just having a rousing debate about the security threat with which China, other nations may pose to the U.S. Can you talk a little bit about, as you guys move towards the cloud and the whole sector really does, what steps you're taking to protect all of this information in the cloud, how you respond to various governments that may or may not be trying to infiltrate or legally access this information?
Yeah, Kelly, we're very fortunate in the sense that we've been at enterprise systems, large-scale global enterprise systems for 43 years. So the level of complexity in running the world's largest, most complex global companies and keeping them secure for 43 years is something we're very experienced at. What we also see is many customers now want their cloud in their country and to abide by their standards, and we're also complying with that. So we're kind of like, when it comes to the cloud, have it your way. Where you want it, how you want it, in the format that you want it, but always secure.
Let's talk about this new book you have. It's about to drop. Winner's Dream, a journey from corner store to corner office. There it is. And I might add praise from some very high places. Jack Welch, Tory Burch, Tony Bennett, Howard Schultz, Bono. What's the message you're trying to get across in this book?
I'm deeply honored, first of all, by their endorsements and their friendship. I want the underdog to care about themselves and their dreams. As I'm walking in here, I meet Frank on the floor. Frank says to me, I'm 31 years old. Where were you when you were 31? I said, I was just getting back from Puerto Rico on my way to Chicago, living my dream. He said, I want to live my dream. I want to write my book someday. I want every underdog to feel like their story matters.
Is that what you feel like you were, an underdog?
Absolutely. I mean, my first chapter, I talk about my house burning down in Amityville, Long Island, and I'm on a street corner with my mother, my brother, and my sister, and we had nothing. Not even a house to live in on that particular night. I came up, one of my first teachers said, Mr. and Mrs. McDermott, don't expect too much. Maybe a mechanic or a truck driver. Be nice, he's a good kid. If you listen to all of the things that say you can't do something, that all the reasons that'll hold you back, then you really need this book. But at the same time, if people think, oh, probably it's 1 in a million that can make it, let's be cynical. This guy's a CEO. To them, I say, every day I get up, I still have the winner's dream. I fight for survival now just as I did then. And that's what winning's all about.
And the book is filled with examples of different experiences where you've come into a difficult situation and been able to power through it. We have to leave it there now. Thank you so much, Bill McDermott, for coming
Kelly,
by here.
Thank you. Thank you. Please join me on winnersdream.org.
I just hope I join you in that general winner's dream and that everybody watching the Dow off 163 feels the same way. Bill, thank you so
Kelly.
much. Really
Thank you.
Appreciate it. A pleasure.